First, though, the old dogs learning new tricks to help their owners. You know, some canines are specifically bred to become assistance dogs, but with the right training, other breeds can also step up and change lives. Patrick Major meets the German Shepherd, making a world of difference to a young woman with autism.
She's a very cuddly dog. She likes her cuddles.
You'll find dogs in about 40% of Australian households.
She always used to look at German Shepherds and say dog, which was about her third or fourth word she ever said.
But for one Adelaide family, their canine companion is particularly special.
Yeah, it was just meant to be.
Kate and Anthony Cullen's daughter Emily was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4.
She didn't talk, she didn't look at us, and she was just very solitary, very different to her brother's development.
Emily still went to a mainstream school, but she struggled to engage with other kids.
Although her intellectual level is of a normal standard, she has a lot of trouble understanding people and the environment around her.
As she got older, Emily's anxiety took over. The 19-year-old rarely leaves the house and still struggles to fit in.
She can't speak in public, can't communicate her needs, and she requires one-on-one assistance out in the public all the time.
The family's had many ups and downs, but there's been one constant. Emily's always wanted a German Shepherd.
I think I like their colouring and how big they are. Well, I think they look placid.
18 months ago, Kate and Emily resolved to find the perfect dog, and they were quite specific about what they wanted.
It wasn't about its show standard or its breed and what it could do. It was more about its temperament and whether it could be trained as an assistance dog.
Touch, touch. Good girl.
Breeders Roger and Judy Haseman were more than happy to help.
They were the only people who wrote back and said, we have a dog we haven't bred in a long time, but we'd like to provide you with a puppy.
And not just any puppy. Dexter, as she became known, was the sole survivor in a litter of 7.
We just had to make up our minds where the puppy was going to go.
I'm just really happy that they picked us.
Dexter has made a world of difference.
And that's what we were looking for Emily, was a dog that was focused on her and could read Emily's body language.
The gentle, loyal dog is right by her side during times of anxiety.
Dexter jumps up with her arms on Emily's lap and just provides pressure on her lap.
Even after 35 years of breeding, we're still learning about the attributes of the German Shepherd.
The family's convinced Dexter has the right qualities to become Emily's assistance dog, giving her the confidence to go out in public on her own. But taking that next step is proving problematic.
Yeah, it seems that everybody wants you to go through the organisations that provide you with a trained dog, but for Emily, being an adult, that really wasn't possible.
Guide Dogs SA does provide assistance dogs for children with severe autism. But for those who don't qualify, getting an existing pet accredited is much more complicated. The Dog and Cat Management Board requires dogs like Dexter to be fully trained and vet checked before they're assessed. Georgia Geller runs Canine Essentials.
We work initially in the person's house, okay, where the dog's familiar and there's no distractions.
Then it's time to go out in public. The dogs have to demonstrate they won't be aggressive around other animals and are fully obedient.
And now we start introducing the dogs to escalators, travelators.
The training can cost over $1,000, and Georgia's so thorough it can take up to a year to complete.
It's so complicated that I don't even really know the ins and outs of it.
But with Emily preparing to attend a special program at Flinders Uni, the Cullen family will persevere.
If Emily could get there on the train on her own with the dog and be around Flinders University with the dog, Emily would cope much better and she wouldn't need her support worker with her.
Kate hopes the whole process could be made simpler and cheaper for those already doing it tough.
Clear guidelines on what we need to do would be really good.
What would it mean to you if you could take Dexter anywhere?
I would go anywhere.